Rise Women's Wrestling. What a great show tonight here at 2.0 in Winter Park near Orlando. And one half of the Tag Team Champions, the Guardians of Rise Tag Team Champions. Paradise Lost, it's Dust. How did you get the name Dust? I just think that's so cool.
It's different. It's different. So when I first started out wrestling, I somehow came along the name. It stuck, Angel Dust. I used that for just about 10 years, and in the process of starting to wrestle with Rise and Shimmer, I was in the transition of a name change. I currently go by Zoey Skye everywhere else as opposed to Angel Dust. And through that transition, we just decided that as a name to join with Paradise Lost and Rosemary, that my name would be Dust. So I currently go with two different names. Dust is just like a remnants of Angel Dust, just the kind of the transition of characters, I guess, if you will. So yeah, it just kind of stuck, and here we go.
And Paradise Lost is with, as you mentioned, the Demon Assassin Rosemary. You guys have great chemistry. Just what was it like teaming with her from the start, and how it evolved for you two?
Yeah, so we got together just almost exactly 2 years ago at a show in New York, or I'm sorry, a show in Los Angeles. And we joined forces, started tagging together, and with her getting hurt, we formed a small faction in Paradise Lost. It included Melanie Cruz, who now goes by Raven's Ash, in our little faction. So with Rosemary out, we use her as she's the other tag team champion and so forth. But I mean, Rosemary is just she's more than just a demon character. She's very smart when it comes to the wrestling business and wrestling in general. It's very easy to work alongside, and she's helped me grow a ton. In this last almost year that she's been out, she's always been a helping hand, but it's been really, really great to finally be able to get back in the ring and tag with her again.
Now, Dust, where are you from?
I am from Northeast Ohio. Born, raised, trained, and so forth. So just traveling everywhere, but yeah, I'm an Ohio girl.
What's it in the water? Because so many wrestlers are from Ohio.
You're not wrong. Yeah, Northeast Ohio is just a bed for wrestlers and wrestling in general. And of course, the Dayton area is a great place too. It's just great trainers. People that want to train, they find these good schools. It is the water. I don't know. Everybody's coming out of Ohio.
And speaking of that great training, who trained you?
When I initially started, I reached out to JT Lightning, and in a transition, he was training Johnny Gargano, and in that transition, Johnny started taking over training, so my two main head trainers were JT Lightning and Johnny Gargano.
Do you stay in touch with your trainers? I mean, both of them are busy, but
yeah.
Is it hard to keep in touch with them, or do you get advice, feedback from them?
Yeah, so JT passed away a couple years ago of cancer. So in the process of having early on a couple matches in and out, if he was able to watch them, of course he gave me feedback. And now and I'm sure it's my fault for not keeping in touch, I guess, more than I could have. But Johnny's just super busy, super good guy, super cool, but he's just so busy. It's one of those I hate being a nuisance and an annoyance, and it's just like I know I can get feedback, but I also get feedback from others. He's got so much going on that I just any feedback I could get, I'd appreciate, but I don't want to being a nuisance to him.
And as someone that that was your trainer, one of your trainers, what is that like when you're seeing all he's doing now?
Yeah, it's great, and that was the thing. For when I first started, and as I saw that transition as him as becoming head trainer and just working and training guys over the years before he started training with AIW, I could tell everybody could tell he was going to be something of a superstar in the Indies. Let alone everybody knew he was going to get signed and do some bigger things. So it's about time he got it.
Have you wrestled Candice LeRae? And if you did you get any advice from Johnny going into that match?
I did. I've wrestled. I've wrestled with Candice once. But surprisingly, in our long tenure of years on the Indies before she got signed as well, we never were on shows together. Maybe once or twice as she started going to some other shows, Midwest and East Coast. I did finally get to wrestle her with Shimmer in a four-way match. No advice from Johnny, but the little bit that the interaction that we had was great, and you could tell again, just like him, she was somebody that she finally got her time.
And with Shimmer, are you the Heart of Shimmer champion?
I am. Yep, the Guardians of Rise tag title, tag champion, and the Heart of Shimmer, singles champion.
How's this all going for you? Because that's saying a lot when you have companies that are saying, "Hey, we want you to be one of our champions in some way, shape, or form."
Yeah,
and Shimmer's great too.
Absolutely.
I mean, Shimmer's been around for a long time, women's wrestling.
Yeah, Shimmer from the start. Since I first started and heard of Shimmer, I knew it was a place I wanted to go, and they have continue to build a legacy for the promotion, and it's just a great place for women's wrestling. To finally get to be a part of it has been fantastic, and a goal of mine was to hold a title there. So I definitely appreciate them trusting in me, and I intend on taking it as full advantage as I can and do my best with it.
And what are things that you do want to do? Have you wrestled internationally? I don't know, some of the background there. Where have you wrestled, and is Japan something you want to do? Is WWE, NXT on the horizon for you? What are some of the things you want to do and accomplish?
Yeah, so I keep my goals minimal, especially to put out there, just so that I don't want. I feel like if I put my goals out there and too many people know, it's almost like a superstitious thing. Like I just might not, I might not reach them.
The karma. You don't want to put the bad karma out there.
And that was the thing when I first got with Shimmer. I put a note in one of my goals within the first initial year of being there. I wanted to get an opportunity at Gold there, and to get that and finally go back through and see that I forgot that was a goal because I wrote it down and put it away and hit it. I finally got it. But yeah, I got to go to England almost 2 years ago, a year and a half I guess by now, and I just went to Japan and worked with Stardom over last summer, so it's been fantastic. And of course I would love to do it again, and I'd love to keep traveling more and going to bigger and better places.
Now Dust, tell me if this is right too. Are you about 5 foot and 100 pounds?
Yeah, give or take. I might be like 105 pounds by now, but yeah, that's almost accurate.
You're tough. You're bringing in the ring. Was that just something? Hey, don't characterize me by my height and weight. Look and see what I could do. Has that always been something that you developed when you were little and now?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I was always, one of the boys, and I always loved to play sports, and I was always athletic. As I started to get a little bit older in high school, I started to figure out lifting weights and doing fun stuff. And then once I actually started wrestling, I enjoyed lifting weights, so I did have some kind of look of size on me. But yeah, I mean, I'm small. I'm small statured. I don't. There's no way around it. So I just have to find a way to make it work and work to my advantage. And so some speed and just training hard to work out has helped.
We're gonna wrap this up right now. I appreciate you taking the time. So this one I don't understand. So you're gonna help me with this. All right. So you're from Ohio, and Ohio has the Columbus Blue Jackets. Okay, but that does not mean Dust, who's a big hockey NHL fan, which I'm going to throw a bonus question in. Did you ever play hockey?
Roller hockey. I never got to play on an ice hockey league besides in my backyard and on the creek. But yeah, I played roller hockey.
Did you want to play ice hockey?
I did. I just never took the appropriate steps forward to doing it. But yeah, I definitely did.
All right, now we'll segue back. So you're not a Columbus Blue Jays. So tell us what team you're a fan of, and then why that team rather than your hometown Columbus Blue Jackets.
Well, before anybody gives me any problems, I'm from the northeast part of Ohio, but I'm also at that point where I'm right between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Growing up, my mom was always a hockey and a sports fan, so her team was always Pittsburgh. Back in 96, 97, she had season tickets, so she would take us to games. So mostly because of my mom, Pittsburgh just became a team. I loved hockey regardless, and even now, if it's a good game, I'll watch it. But when it comes to teams, Pittsburgh will always be my team. So yeah, Columbus, they're there. I'll watch them, but they're definitely far from my team.
They're not Sidney Crosby.
They are not.
Does social media for you? For fans? Is there anything out there or no?
Yeah, there is. There's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I believe my Facebook and Twitter are Zoey Skye Official and ZoeySkye. And then Twitter is Zoey Skye Pro. Check me out. Come find me, and I post all my dates and stuff on there.
Paradise Lost with the Demon Assassin Rosemary. They are the Guardians of Rise Tag Team Champions, and she is also a Heart of Shimmer champion, and she's got the heart and desire for pro wrestling and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Thank you, Dust.
Thank you.